back to Sleepover. My name is Daniel Cabral.
I'm Vince Caldera.
I'm Luis Lamus.
And we are officially back with another brand new episode. It's good to be back, folks.
It's great to see you guys.
It is, man. It is. Oh, you're wearing a very cool hat.
Oh, yeah. The people can't really see it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. The birthright came in. You just came back.
That's a yarmulke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A yarmulke.
Yarmulke.
I don't know if that's that's a fun way to say it, a yarmulke.
You're mentioning birthright. That's where you go to
Israel
for free.
Yes.
If you're Jewish.
Yes.
Even if you're not Jewish, I think you can still find a way to get there. I think. Wasn't Ari saying that?
I looked it up. You can convert.
And then you get birthright?
Yes.
That's pretty great.
And I saw this on the birthright website.
Yeah.
But then I looked into the actual process, and it's like, you got to get a circumcision, which immediately kind of killed it for me at that point.
That's a big...
You got to take some classes.
You know, like a circumcision, like it's not even like a thing where you're just like, okay, I'm done for a day. Like you're out for like a few weeks.
Yeah, and you can't get hard in that time.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not allowed to, or like it's
if you get hard, it'll end up being really bad.
Yeah, your dick gets snapped in half.
What do you mean? It's like in Scary Movie when they have like the hot dog weenie and they snap it in half.
You should just see what happens. Yeah.
I honestly would like to see, just like for research purposes, what that's like.
Would you ever get a circumcision?
I mean, unless it's like somehow a life-threating thing, and I have to get like an adult circumcision.
If somebody had a gun to Joanna's head and said, "Vince, cut off the tip of your dick or I shoot,"
I have to do it myself.
Yeah.
I just want to get into the phrase "gun to your head." It seems like it comes up for like every single kind of conversation, like, gun to your head, what's the best kind of candy? Or it's like,
when you live in this country, dude, it's a real possibility, bro.
Yeah, it can happen at any time.
It can happen at any fucking time that you can have a gun.
I think only one of us has ever had a gun pointed at them.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah. I got robbed in like high school down the street from my house.
I remember this.
Gold gun, dude. That fucker was prestige.
He leveled up.
Tell the people this story, because I remember you talking about it.
We've told this on the pod, actually. Yeah.
This is an early joke that I also had. I wasn't good enough to get robbed. But I had like $6. Prior to that, this guy came up to me and he was like, give me your money. And he showed me like his gun. Like he like revealed it with his jacket, and it was gold colored. And like in the moment, I'm just like, oh, this is really happening. But then like nothing happened. He just kind of walked away. He didn't even say anything about what I had on me. And that was it. But then like in hindsight, I'm like, I've never seen like a gold gun anywhere, you know?
Yeah, why did he need to? If he spent that much on a gold gun, you know,
he wouldn't need money.
Yeah,
are we sure it was even a real gun?
That's what I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna find out.
Let me see if that shit's real. That shit ain't even, bro. Like the tag is still on that bitch.
Yeah.
It could have an orange tip.
I mean, I couldn't see an orange tip. It looked just like all gold.
I got an orange tip for you. Dude, that's why we need background checks, Lewis. That's why we do.
Why?
For that stuff like that, dude. We would live in a wild place.
Well, should you need a background? You should need a background check to start a social media account. I think
you do this, but I was thinking this. Look, background. You know how people want background checks for guns, right?
Yeah,
they're like the mental health and shit like that. I think you should have a background check. The government should be able to check and be like, if you ask for a gun and they see your profile and they're like, this guy has no bitches, then he cannot get a gun.
That is true.
No gun. If you have not one hoe,
if your profile
nothing,
picture is not a photo of you, immediately,
no gun.
Immediately denied.
Nothing. No bitches, no hoes, no nothing. You don't even have a fling, nothing. You have a high school sweetheart. And they're like, you know what I mean? I think that should be, look, how many?
That's the red flag. You have, Your Honor, the defendant had no bitches.
He had no bitch. Look,
we called to the stand one of his bitches, and then there's no one at the stand.
I rest my case.
It's tumbleweed.
It's a tumbleweed.
Dude, no, but like I swear, every shooter.
It's a Pringles can with some sponges in it.
That's like a bra.
It's a practice bra.
I wish the camera could see the shit right next to us. It's like a pillow.
It looks like
a pillow with a hat on.
And it's that, and the judge is like, I'll allow it.
Objection. Why are they always objecting to shit, you know?
Just let that shit play out. That'd be pretty funny if like a judge was like, let me let this shit play out. But yeah, dude, like
the judge had seen it all.
I've seen it all. I've done it all. But yeah, if you could fit every bitch a shooter has ever had in this room, you know?
Yeah.
There'd be none. There'd be none. There'd be none. None of that. None of these guys are pulling hoes. You know what I mean?
There's never been like a romantic interest that comes out afterwards. It's like,
I came up with this joke in the middle of the 2020. So I came up with it like middle of the pandemic, where it was just like, damn, I hope that everyone who's like planning on committing a mass shooting just got like a really good hobby throughout the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like imagine someone was like, man, I'm gonna shoot up this place. NBA gets shut down,
Yeah.
lockdowns happen.
bubble.
Yeah.
And then like they're just like stuck in their house. They're still planning out. And then at some point they're like, fuck, I kind of like gardening, Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, that has probably happened. Dude.
It probably happened for a few people. And then I was going to do that joke. And then, the last couple of weeks started popping off. And I'm just like, oh, man. Here's the fucking thing about shooting jokes is they're always too soon.
Yeah, they always are. Dude,
It just happens so much.
Yeah.
They happen all the time. I mean, what the fuck, dude? With shootings, I lost my train of thought. But when
you could have lost your life, dude.
I could have lost
a gun.
Do you ever have like a thought that like it's like right there, but you just can't see it? I forgot what I was
Wait,
gonna say.
what do you mean? Like,
It's like it's so close, but it's running away.
Just speaking of guns, I'm always so scared of dying from a bullet just falling down because they shoot it and it lands like I think like 2 or 3 miles away.
Yeah.
So it's just like, bro, you didn't even know that shit was happening. Like someone just was fucking popping, just like really popping off shots, and then you die 3 miles away. Like that's just so scary.
Yeah, that was like a thing on 1,000 Ways to Die.
I think I was watching like I forget what movie, but it had like arrows in it, and I just thought about like getting shot with an arrow. That's terrible because that shit's still like that's a big ass stick poking through your body. And it's like what? And you're gonna get a splinter probably afterwards.
Yeah, you're thinking about the splinters more than fucking dying.
Yeah, there's a pointed tip and then the splinters and the wood. That's just too much. And you're probably walking around and like maybe like the pain goes away for like a little bit, but you're just like, what do I do?
And then I've heard if you actually like in that and getting stabbed, if you're not supposed to take it out, because more blood comes out.
How do you get rid of an arrow?
You have to wait until they're about to like heal you. So they have to take it out and then they close up the wound.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. But you got to walk around with an arrow. And everybody knows that you got shot with an arrow.
Which just like getting shot with an arrow is so different than getting shot with a gun. Because with an arrow, they're like, damn, so that person was only like 20 feet away from you. Like
you could have caught that shit, bro.
You know how there's people that like sometimes like the bullet is still in their bodies and stuff like that. There's people that still have like the arrows in their bodies just sticking out their body.
Arrowhead just
yeah.
I can't go through a metal detector no more.
That shit's stuck in my head. I want to get one of those things like it's an arrow that you put on your head like that,
like
Steve
the
Martin thing.
like the
yeah.
What is the joke to that? Like an arrow through the head? Is it just like
Steve,
like
Steve Martin's thing?
No, it's just literally.
No, but like what is the joke? Like I don't
just like an arrow through your head, like you shouldn't be alive or whatever.
It's very wacky. I think.
Yeah, just wacky.
You need a certain level of IQ to understand this type. Remember when people would say that shit about J. Cole's music?
You need a certain level of IQ to understand it.
You actually need a certain level of IQ to understand First Class by Jack Harlow.
First Class what?
By Jack Harlow.
You're so shy.
What do you call it?
Wet Dreams is a good song though. I don't like J. Cole, but Wet Dreams is a good song.
I like Power Trip, but then he also has a Miguel feature, so I don't know if I count that shit.
Dude, Miguel, terrible rapper.
Miguel?
You see the lyrics for Skywalker?
He's not rapping. He's like, it's literally not a hip hop song. It's like
that's what you think rap is singing? And you think singing is rapping?
Bro, fucking Hall & Oates sucks at rapping, dude.
Bro, honestly, he was kind of flowed. That shit,
Adele's the worst rapper.
Bro, I can't go for that. It's such
Adele has no flow.
You crazy, dude. That song is so damn smooth.
What's the other one you played?
I can't go for that. Like when I hear that shit, like I was just driving and I was just I wanted to fucking cry. I was like, this is too good. You ever hear that something like that? Like, man, this shit is.
I love driving to everything. No. Fuck, what is that Hall & Oates song that I like?
You Make My Dreams Come True.
That's a slapper.
That was a good
honestly, slapper. Yeah.
There's Sarah Smile.
Just because I'm so used to you being in a bad mood all the time, I can't picture you listening to that song. Like I can't imagine you being like your mood flipping all of a sudden.
You ever hear a song that's like I was listening to Kokomo while driving and it was like 70 degrees.
The Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys. And I was like, and I literally was like, bro, I live in Los Angeles. This is so nice. I was like looking at the palm trees. There was no traffic.
Beach Boys have slappers, dude.
I like the Beach Boys maybe more than the Beatles. I'll say it. I might like them.
You
more.
just don't. You don't really like the Beatles.
I don't like British rock. I think
Led Zeppelin
from the 60s.
Pink Floyd.
I'm not a big Pink Floyd fan. When I'm thinking of like rock from the 60s,
Clash,
but that's like 70s. I'm thinking like the
what's like punk though too.
British Invasion.
Who are those fucking guys that I like a lot?
What about the Rolling Stones?
Creedence. I fucking love those guys.
I thought they're American.
They are American.
Yeah.
I like that
bluegrassy
kind of like rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you like Bruce Springsteen then?
Yeah, I think so.
The boss.
He's the boss.
Yeah.
I like that him and Obama have a podcast. That's crazy.
Wait, really? I didn't know
They
that.
just chop it up. Imagine having a podcast with Obama and you have to ask him questions and you know he's probably not telling you the truth.
Damn.
Or just any president, they can't tell you the truth.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you guys heard about the little black book that all presidents have?
No.
So it's just like every single president was given like a little black book and they write in it and like, all the shit that it's all classified and they pass it down to each president.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Trump's editions must have been so fucking funny to that book.
Trump just wrote, "You're gay." He's like, turn to page 52. You're gay.
Oh, he did that shit. Go to page 32. Go to page 63. Just like,
you're gay.
You're gay.
Joe Biden is just like, fool again.
Yeah, Joe Biden's reading that every night.
He reads this shit every day because he keeps on forgetting. And Joe Biden is like, come on, Joe. Man.
He's like, Hunter, come help me.
Is that the one that died?
Oh, is that? Oh, I didn't know.
No, you're right. You're right. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that got in trouble.
He's the one that got in trouble.
I forgot one of his
Bro,
sons.
I think somebody showed me that. I was like, well, this guy's a dirty dog.
Wait, what happened?
Hunter Biden.
What did he do?
I think he was like smoking meth with some hookers in Russia on some Jack Hackett shit.
Oh my God.
That's a landlord. We're about to get fucking evicted.
That's why he's a landlord, because he's got it like that. My boy's really out here, dude. Pass me that fucking hat, Vince.
That
hat. Pass me that hat real quick.
Right.
This is the shit that.
Gun to your head. What's a good gun to your head question that you can ask someone?
People always ask the dumbest gun to your head shit, like cereal, right? Like it's like, man, don't ask me that shit. I want to like get a gun and point
It's either like gun to your head or gun to your mama's head. Like, there's no in between.
That's crazy.
I mean, these guys that ask, like, just take the money, bro. Don't ask me these crazy ass questions. What's your favorite podcast? And I'm like,
imagine you're getting mugged, and then they put a gun to your head, and they're like, unless you can answer this question.
That was, I'm waiting for it to just be like a game show, like a reality show at this point.
Like, what's the cab game that they used to have?
Oh,
like
cash cab?
Cash cab, yeah.
Bro, just take me home, dude.
I'm having a shitty day, and then suddenly you're on Cash Cab.
I think if you get them wrong, they just kick you out wherever you are.
Yeah. It's like, bro, I gotta walk now, man. It's cold. I'm in a dangerous neighborhood.
Imagine they drop someone off, they just got mugged immediately.
They drop somebody off and somebody puts a gun to their head. They're like, what's your favorite podcast? That shit's Cash Cab was really cool, but I always get it confused with Bang Bus. Like,
I guess those chicks are also making money.
They are. They have a gun to your head. What's your favorite Bang Bus episode? If I rode the Bang Bus, I would.
They have those good compilation videos.
Bang Bus or
Bang Bus. Bang Bus.
Yeah. I gotta hear the people. Thank you, Vince.
The hat keeps you from hearing?
No, I can't put this thing on.
Oh, gotcha.
I like hearing your voice, like almost whispered into me.
Would you guys go to Australia?
Would I go there?
Not after that talk. No, maybe. Remember when I had like an autistic talk with a guy like at Maria's house? When he was just trying to like enjoy his night, and I was like, "But how big are the bugs?"
Oh yeah, you were just brought up like every like stereotype of like or thing that you think you know about Australia.
That's like the insects; they're very big, right? And he was like, "They are big."
Yeah, we were just chopping it with our friend Robbie. They're like, I also jumped in on this where I was just like, yeah, how is that shit in Australia? Like,
once we saw a spider, I was like, this just seems like a fantasy land. Like this place can't be real. The whole earth was like that at one point.
Yeah, it is crazy that like there was so many like huge animals and things like that, and now they're just like smaller or like more like less threatening. Yeah. And we're killing a lot of like the animals that are very big and huge and everything.
It's turning this shit into a fucking like.
I mean, it is crazy.
It is.
Everyone's got that one woke friend that they just can't bring to
I literally just said the truth.
It's like when
it's like not even like groundbreaking.
It's like when you bring your vegan friends to dinner. It's like, yeah, you might be right, but Dick, you're ruining the meal. Let me enjoy. No, I'm just kidding, Vince. What
it is scary. Extinction is scary.
Extinction is scary. I can't.
We're going extinct.
What are you gonna do when we're extinct?
Well, like people or like Mexicans?
Probably people. Mexicans can't go extinct. They're like, they just can't.
We're the roaches.
I didn't want to say the roaches because I didn't want to say that on camera, but
La cucarachas.
La cucarachas, dude. I want to be a termite. I just stay eating. No,
they're blind.
I was about to be like, I stay eating the wood.
Stay eating the
wood. Hey, David's lifestyle isn't changing that much.
Oh, guess what tomorrow is?
They wouldn't know that.
I'm so excited.
They wouldn't know
you
that.
guys will know that.
Yeah.
Vince, how excited are you for June?
It's crazy
1st,
you're literally
baby?
not going to wear a shirt an entire month, Daniel.
I'm not, dude.
Oh, that would be funny if you just like have like you paint it yourself, but surprise flag on your chest.
Oh, that'd be pretty fun.
You're DJing?
You know what's crazy? How much Vince hates West Hollywood. Like I remember like he texted me how angry he was when he went out one time.
Oh, you almost got like not mugged.
You almost fought somebody. You almost fought a guy.
Yeah, that's with a security guard.
All he wanted to do was kiss his boyfriend. And you're like, get that shit out of here.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. You're defending your girlfriend's honor,
I was
right?
defending my girlfriend. Yeah. Uh-huh. And then this guy.
She shouldn't have to see this.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't been there in a while.
WeHo?
Yeah.
Honestly, just the drive out there sucks.
It is tough.
Finding parking is always so difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Parking shouldn't be that. I've been giving up on parking a lot lately, and it's been like.
Wait, what do you mean? Like you just
like if I get somewhere I'm supposed to be at and there's no parking, I'm just like, I'm going to go back.
Oh, you just go home?
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I had the courage.
I'll give
to do
like
that.
10 minutes before I'm like,
Not
okay.
for me. It's like I already drove out there. You know.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I feel.
If I'm frustrated, I'll be like, no, this isn't worth it. I'll be like, look, I tried.
wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
I heard the Bob Baker.
He does the same shit with his friendships, huh, dude?
Yeah,
He
he's like,
shows up and then he's like, I'm not feeling this, and he just goes home.
that's crazy. You look good today, Vince. Is your zipper down?
Yeah, it is. You want to
Yeah,
pull it up?
Can I get a hung? Can I get? Damn! Holy shit! I saw that. I knew I was gonna have to put the hat on there. That thing's peeking out. It's like saying, "What's good?" You imagine if your dick could talk.
Wow.
My dick could talk.
Your dick could talk. It sounds like a Kendrick song.
Be like, get your hands off me.
It's like what's that song where they're arguing?
Oh, I know. Oh, fuck.
I forgot, but it's just like if yo.
Oh, we cry together.
Yeah, we cry together, but like Kendrick makes it all like fucking woke sounding. They're just snapping, and it's like if my dick could talk. You know what I mean? It's all jazzy, and it's just Vince is would have a wild story to tell.
Mine would. Yeah.
What that thing has seen.
It's like I've seen too much. I had an adult circumcision.
Oh my, that's Henry Hill had an adult circumcision.
Who's that?
They left that shit out of Goodfellas though. Thankfully, that would have been an interesting scene. Imagine liking.
That would have happened in the movie.
Mm-hmm. He liked that girl so much that he was willing to chop off the tip.
Whoa, that's gonna be me with my Jewish wife.
That's
I'm already
crazy.
wearing the fucking the yarmulke, dude.
Yeah, you and Lena Dunham.
You're gonna say what they. That's like
I
when
don't even know she's Jewish.
I thought she
No,
was.
I think she for sure is.
Yeah.
It's like a monkey's paw, dude. You're like, I want to find a good Jewish girl. And they just,
And you get Lena Dunham.
oh God.
Let me look it up. Is she Jewish?
Yeah. Oh man, they don't even want to claim her. Ugh. Every time I think of that girl, like it ruins my mood.
Every time I think of her.
Like, it's
Don't
like,
think of her.
I mean, but whenever you bring her up, I got to think of what. You know what I mean?
That's
Ugh.
true. And she's
Sickening.
related to Jeff Dunham. That's crazy.
Really?
No.
She's not Jewish.
She's not.
No.
Is it bad? To
I don't know
like,
why I thought that.
Is it bad to like
That's fine.
say I thought you were Jewish? Like that can't be.
I think that's offensive.
No,
Yeah.
it is.
Is
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, hey, that's the end of my career. I'm sorry.
Damn. Then those are the guys you don't want to get mad, Vince. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll censor it.
We'll see.
Oh, her partner is named Luis.
Oh, really? It might be. Is it Louis or Louise?
Damn, this fool looks like he's on the Cure and old.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh, she looks horrible, bro. No, like honestly, like she looks like dog shit. Dude.
Wait, you went from like she looks horrible, honestly, and then you're like, no, she looks like dog shit. Like, bro.
Bro, that's the one person I think it's like okay to make fun of Lena Dunham, I think. Cause she made fun of she tried getting OBJ in trouble for not like
Looking at her?
Literally, when I looked up Lena Dunham Jewish, they're like, is she an anti-Semite? So I guess you couldn't go after her for that.
Yeah. And you know how I feel about the anti-Semites. Dude. I don't like them, but yeah, doing that shit to OBJ.
It always tripped me out that like white people could be anti-Semitic, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, dude, Jewish people are like the whitest white people I know.
Dude,
It's like Super Saiyan white people.
I can't tell if you're like setting me up to say something stupid or if you agree.
No,
yeah.
that's 100. I'm like, they're like super white.
It's like, how the fuck do you tell the difference? Like, besides the whole like hat and shit like that, I'm like, you guys are all
Sometimes
white
they just
too.
go after them for their last names.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I guess like growing up like in a Latino neighborhood, when I first saw a Jewish person, I'm like, that's just a white guy, and then people are like the Jews, and I'm like, what are you guys fucking talking
No,
about?
I think that's because I've heard other white people talk about that. Like Finn Straley talks about growing up in Alaska, where there's literally like no Jewish people, and then the first time he heard a Jewish slur, he's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like,
Yeah.
it just it feels like really weird that people like dislike them.
Yeah,
Because honestly, they're some of my favorite white people.
Really?
I love Jews, dude.
I like the Italians the most probably. Italians, even the
Italian.
Irish are okay.
I like all of them. They're
Yeah,
good people.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I
Maybe
get,
British people.
I'm.
Yeah, I'm divided on that one.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're cool.
See, I like Australians.
Australians, that's my number one.
Australians.
It's because I don't see them a lot.
Yeah.
Every time I've met an Australian, it's been a good conversation.
This is really cool. I'm
Yeah.
like, tell me about the other side of the
At the
world.
Barbie. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like when it's the winter. I think I said this when we were talking. I was like, so like when it's winter for us, it's summer for you. That's crazy, right? And he was like, yeah, that's how seasons work. And I'm like, that's wild.
Did he say
though.
that?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that is how seasons work, but it blows my mind.
But I think it's just funny
well,
because
that's
like
more how the equator works.
The equator.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of the equator. You
Why?
know? I don't know. We got to bomb the equator. what if like politics just became about shit like that? Like the equator. It's got to. Are you pro equator or anti equator?
Honestly, with all the crazy shit, yeah, it feels like that might be a talking point at some point. You
Are
know?
you pro race or anti race? How do you feel about race?
I think all races are great. So like that's like the counterpoint.
I think all races are evil. When have you ever wanted to run? You know what I mean? Slow this shit down.
I've never been in a race.
I've never been in a race. That's why the human race is falling, dude. Because it's not a competition.
Yeah,
we're all in this together.
We're supposed to be elevating each other, not separating each other.
Yeah. So I think it was problematic to say we had favorite sort of ethnicities.
Favorite whites.
Yeah, I guess just saying you have a favorite one means I don't have a.
I don't have a least favorite either.
I think it's okay to say you have favorites.
They're all 1A and 1Bs, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Dude, I showed my dad that Jason Tatum thing where it says where Kobe replied back and it said Warriors at 5 and he like almost spit water out of his mouth. It feels good to see your parent laugh genuinely, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is kind of cool to see that because you don't. I at least I don't see it very often. Yeah.
Well, show him Sleepover.
Yeah, that's true. My dad said that he is going to try to start watching the podcast and then call in live. He said he was going to call in live and then
Mr. Caldera, you can call us whenever you fucking want. Like there's no problem there. You can ask us any questions.
My dad said that he wanted to watch the podcast and call in live and then prank me, with quotation marks, prank me, and say that my grandma is going to the hospital. And see what I would do live on camera. And I'm like, you're a psychopath. One, that's not a prank. And also, like, what phone number are you calling? He doesn't even have my phone number. I don't expect him to have your phone number or his phone number.
We kind of talk.
We've been chopping it up.
You've been chopping it up?
We're talking about you.
I like that my dad thinks that, like, any podcast is just, like, QVC. And I can just, like, talk to them on the other end of the camera.
I was going to ask, what question do you think your dad would ask? But instead he just went for like, your grandma's dead. Like,
my dad's like the Riddler, I guess. Or he's just like, this broadcast is being interrupted and stuff like that. Yeah.
Does your dad fuck with Batman? Batman?
I don't think my dad likes comic books very much. He used to actually play video games. Like he'd go to the arcade and spend quarters and stuff like that.
What games?
I think he'd play like Street Fighter and like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
Do you think he could whoop his ass at like any of those games?
My dad, I think he thinks that he's good at playing video games, but I think it would be like that thing where you give him like a fake controller and he thinks that he's just like doing really good, you know?
Wait till he meets Dylan Farr.
Yeah. I
get my dad video games.
I should get my dad to play Dark Souls and just see him like destroy the house.
Is that one of those?
Those
like,
games are like really fucking hard.
It's a frustrating game.
Like you hit the enemy 100 times and then they hit you one time and you fucking lose the battle.
Why do people want to play these games like that are hard? Like, don't you want to come home and unwind and watch chiropractor videos?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's when you get in the groove of those games, then you know how to start beating all the villains. Like, it's just like there's a huge learning curve, but once you're in that curve, it's like those games are really open and they have a lot of shit in them. Like, those games are really big.
This is like when people talk about like engines and shit like in a game, I'm like, what the hell is that, dude?
That just means how good it looks.
Yeah.
Like it's just the graphics or whatever. So like some games use certain graphics and they look like lifelike, and then other games don't have those crazy things, but like they make up for it in other ways.
But you start using that to describe attractive people, like they have great engines.
Vince, you do have a great engine.
Yeah, you have an amazing engine.
I have an okay engine, you know.
Really?
It's more personality based.
It's
like 8-bit graphics.
There's some good 8-bit games out there, you know.
I
love classics.
I love Stick RPG, dude. I would get addicted to playing that game. This motherfucker had the best life because I would work so hard. You ever play Stick RPG?
What is it? No.
Stick RPG was like some online flash game where like you're a stick figure and then you go to work, you go to school, and you can get into bar fights, and you just keep doing this shit every day until you become the CEO of a company, and you can sell drugs. You can do all this shit. You know what game I'm talking about?
No.
This shit was crazy. It was online. I'd play it all the time, and I'm like, this guy's going to work. I'd be playing this shit for hours, just getting this guy smarter and smarter.
Whoa, no, I've never heard of this.
I've never thought of you as a person that would like be into a video game for that long.
Like I think maybe like 12 or 11.
Wow.
These and then
like
I only played stick figure games. There was this game called Champion Archer or something where like you would just like send arrows and then big stick figures would come at you, dude. Only stick figure games. That's all I fuck with. This new fucking graphic shit, I can't fuck with it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's too much, dude. Bring me back those stick figures. That's all I want to see.
I just thought it was interesting that there's like games where you can just live another life inside of a game, you know? Because I feel like I was always afraid to like have too good of a life in a virtual world, because then I just feel like, man, like you don't even know what my life is like on the Switch, man.
I guess I've sort of done that with Grand Theft Auto, where I just have like a garage full of nice cars.
Yeah.
But then that's, I didn't really actually like grind. I robbed a bank, so I was able to get money, I wasn't really grinding for it.
What do you think it'd be like to live your life like it's a video game? Like for one, like you're not
You
doing
mean Free
one.
Guy?
No. Let's say you're
Ready Player One.
Let's say let's say you wake up, right? And you kind of go through the motions of your day. Like most people do that, right?
Mhm.
What if you're just like, what if my life's a video game? I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go on a mission. Instead of like doing what you're doing, you're like, I'm going to go on a mission today.
Huh.
You know what I mean? I'm going to start living my life like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a more fun way to live.
All right, what's your mission for tomorrow? You wake up. What's the first mission for the day?
Wake up my checklist. Well, first I got to save the game because I don't want to. I don't want to start all over, dude. That shit pisses me off.
I'm using Game Shark and just fucking cheat through life, dude.
Oh, dude. I wake up. My first mission is like pick Vince up from the bank or something like that. And then Vince is at the bank, and then I pick him.
Where were you?
Yeah, and he's doing some like dialogue where he's telling some random ass story, and then I hear like Kalos or some crazy shit.
Yeah, and like your response, like I have to scroll down. It's like, that's crazy.
It's like a text box.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I gotta take Vince to the train station, but something goes wrong and I gotta follow the train. That shit would be so cool.
All
dude.
you had to do was follow the train.
That shit's crazy.
Grand Theft Auto is how I realized that I have to take my siblings out more, because one day we were driving like through Hollywood, and then my brother was like, I know that building. It's from Grand Theft Auto.
Damn.
And they're like, I own that car in Grand Theft Auto. And I'm just like, what? Just do real things.
Damn, he is Free Guy. What do you call? I didn't know I lived in Los Angeles until I was like 6 because I was playing Twisted Metal. And then there was like a level called Los Angeles. I was like, why does this shit look a little familiar? I'm like, is that Dodger Stadium? This shit don't add up. Like, I don't know. Where am I?
Yeah.
It is kind of weird realizing we live here, right? Because it felt like, when you're growing up, it's just your neighborhood or whatever. Like, you see downtown, but it's not part of your life.
And you see it in movies and stuff like that. And you're like, wow, I really live there.
People really want to come here.
They got to stop.
They uproot their whole lives to come here, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That is wild. Imagine like leaving your entire life to go to another place.
Yeah.
Where somebody else is just chilling.
That's what my parents did when they just fucking immigrated over here. That's a way bigger than like moving just across the country.
That is true. Yeah. They really gave up everything.
Did your parents or grandparents immigrate from anywhere?
Legally? I refuse to answer the question.
I'm just asking, Jeff. You didn't even have to say that.
I was playing. What do you call it? Yeah.
Yeah. My grandparents came from another place. Yeah.
My dad, he took buses and trains here.
Yeah.
And my mom just like jumped over the border like 7 times.
Yeah.
But wait, she like hopscotched it. She was like, y'all can't catch me.
It was just like the 90s, like pre 9/11. It was super easy to cross over.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
Those guys really fucked it up for like Latinos and shit, man.
No cap.
They didn't
just
even
brown people in general.
I'm like, bro, we're on the same team, I think, and you guys are just
some parts of it. Yeah.
Some parts. Yeah.
They scored a basket in their own.
I don't think I told you guys this, but for one of my classes, one of the final essays was just like a personal thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck it, I want to write an essay about SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
And it literally for some reason, I just started off with me talking about 9/11.
Oh.
And I talked about you seeing 9/11.
Yeah.
You seeing SpongeBob on 9/11.
Yeah. And then I would end up seeing, I think, just 9/11 for the whole like rest of the day.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's wild. What a wild day. Do you want to? Let's take a quick commercial break. Do you have anything more to say about that?
No.
All right, want to take a quick commercial break?
There's not much more to say about 9/11.
And we'll be right back. All right, we are back with Sleepover. Today, I've seen Vince smile for the first time in a way that he has not smiled. And so, like, when you start texting like a new girl and you start smiling and you're looking at your phone.
Yeah.
That's how you were, but I
don't feel that way ever when I'm texting.
No. When things are going really well, though.
Like,
not at all.
Dude, just those early texts always fucking suck. Personally,
I think they're kind of fun.
Like they're like, "How was your morning?" Like just shit like that. How did you sleep?
That's not the thing. There's early, and then there's a little early, and then when you're in the pocket. That you're in the pocket, like you're happy that this person is texting you right now.
Yeah.
And like those early texts where you're just like, "How was your day?" Where it's awkward, but I try to get to the date immediately before the texts go on too long. You know what I mean? Because then it's just like you're just texting for somebody. But if you go mini golfing and it goes well, then you go to see time.
Very specific.
You know?
Yeah.
What I mean?
Well,
but Vince was smiling today.
Yeah, no. Today I was smiling. I went to go take a tour of the Bob Baker Marionette Theater today, and that's where we're going to record the album, the special, and all that sort of stuff. And it's so cool because, like, I don't know, it's just nice to see what it looks like when someone dedicates their life to like their creativity. And this is what this person did. And just seeing like this theater that was like all red and velvety and like full of seats, like this was so cool. And then like having like this plan in mind and like slowly seeing it come to fruition is very nice. So
how many curtains?
Like 7 curtains, dude.
Oh, we can't tell them what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, we can't tell you what's going to go down. You have to be there.
Also, buy a fucking ticket. All these people keep DMing Vince. They're like, I'm so excited for your show. And they don't buy a damn ticket.
I don't buy it. I personally extend invites to people and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, yeah, for sure. And then they don't get the ticket. And I'm like, come on.
Bro, the shit's going to sell out.
And then the day you post a show, they're like, when?
Yeah. So I was there. Oh, you want to tell them about Diego?
Bro, Diego's going to see this. Diego literally texted me. He's like, I'm at the York. I'm going to drink before the show and then head over. And this fool literally thought it was May 30th. The thing clearly says June 30th, and he brought 2 other people with him.
I got the notification that he put it in order too, and I was like, "All right, cool."
Oh my god,
Diego's bringing more people.
Diego's vibing out. But that's a guy I want over there, but he's gonna.
Oh,
miss
for
it,
sure.
you know?
Diego's a great crowd member.
He's a great crowd. He is a great crowd member, dude. And I like it when somebody laughs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's having a good time.
And he's genuinely happy to be there.
Yeah. He's always a good time. You know, but he's gonna be in Costa Rica instead.
Oh damn!
I know. We're gonna miss out.
You guys mentioning just like little awkward moments. I forgot this happened. After the last episode we recorded, I don't know if it's gonna release, but I went pant shopping with Jack.
Oh, cool.
Wait, wasn't it like late?
No, you went the next day.
We went the next day.
I was like, damn, okay, for sure.
I went pant shopping with Jack, and I always hate the changing room experience.
Yeah.
It's always like they always kind of smell like piss for some reason.
Okay.
And this one did for some reason.
I'll allow it.
The JCPenney's in the gallery smell like piss. Yeah. And then for some reason, every fucking time I go into the change room, this happens where I open the door and there's someone in there.
Really?
Really?
Somehow it always fucking happens. Like,
stop doing that shit on purpose, Lewis.
So this past week, this is I open up, like the door's very jiggly, so it opens up. Then I open up super slowly to let anyone inside know, and then no one does anything. So I look at Joe Harlan. Joe Harlan came with us. I look at Joe, and he goes, "Yeah, you know, I think you're good." And as soon as I'm gonna step in, I just see some fool like peek his head out, and then I'm just like, I'm sorry, man.
That's how he did it too. He was all stealthy and stuff like that.
Straight up, he just like peeked out really slowly, didn't say anything.
He probably wanted you to come in there, dude.
He was fully clothed, luckily.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy if like if somebody was just like Winnie the Pooh. They have, they have a shirt, but just are hanging balls, just like.
Just hanging out
that's
there.
Always such unless you just fuck, that's the most uncomfortable. Like,
and they have a pot of honey.
But it just feels funny to be walking around
and
with
their little friends next to it.
Piglet, what are you doing in here?
That's why you are so sad, man. He's like, I gotta see this shit every day, bro.
He's getting pegged, dude.
Why is Tigger bouncing, man?
I always hate when the fitting rooms are too full, you know?
They're always full.
Yeah, they're always full. It's like, who's buying all these clothes right now?
Yeah.
Can I say something provocative?
About, go.
Dude,
Okay.
can I say something controversial? You know what was really pissed me off about COVID? Like the stupid ass rules where they'd be like, sorry, the fitting rooms are closed because of COVID. And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with COVID, bro? Like, what do you think is going to happen? I'm still in the fucking place. You think that the shit is going to stay on the shirt? I'm already walking in the fucking shit. Like, these people were just making up some size just so they could work a little bit less hard. And people who work retail, I'll say it, bro. They literally piss me off because they act like they're saving lives by fucking folding clothes and shit. They're like, oh my God, Black Friday was so hard, man. I had so many go backs, but they talk like they were like firefighters on 9/11. They talk like they had like trauma and shit like that. I'm like, bro, your job is so fucking easy. That's why everybody can do it.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it. And they act like me asking for like size 12 Converse is the craziest shit. They're like
whatever's on the floor is on the floor. I'm like, look, I know that you have the power to go check in the back.
Like, motherfucker, you're about to be on the floor in a second. Jesus Christ, bro. I love shitting on retail workers sometimes because they really act like they're doing the most, but
And they're the most expendable job.
it is the most expendable. And I worked retail for a bit, and I didn't work hard at all.
Where did you work retail?
Hollister and Tilly's, and then Dick's Sporting Goods.
Damn.
Kinda
On the Galleria.
On the Galleria. Yeah. Dude, working at the Galleria is kind of a vibe.
Yeah, you got a triple crown at the fucking Galleria.
You ever walk in the Galleria and then like you're wearing your uniform for another place and you're like, look at this fucking guy, man.
No, I've never worked in the Galleria.
How did you like working at Hollister? Right?
Hollister?
Where was it? What was it?
Hollister.
Hollister. How was it working at Hollister? Because I saw the documentary about they hire certain people that look attractive and stuff like that to work there.
Thank you.
Yeah. But like, what was that like? Like, could you tell that there was a vibe that like you're there for like a reason?
Let me tell you. Well, they got the ugly people and they got them in the back and they
yeah. So what was it like being in the back?
You're stupid. I forgot what they call the people in the front.
They made you put on a mask when you walked outside.
That was way before COVID too.
There's like
ski masks too.
Imagine all the retail employees are like, all right, you have to have a COVID mask, but if you're ugly, you have to put on a ski mask.
Did I tell you about this shit? All right, I'm gonna come back to this story, so don't let me forget. But at Chatterbox a few weeks ago, were you there? Or were you there? There was a guy who walked on stage with the fucking ski mask on. And he was just doing material that was super crazy.
You mentioned that, and then I sent a picture of me in a ski mask.
No, but this guy had he was doing crazy ass material. He's like, when people like a black guy fucks a girl, and it was just fucking really weird and raunchy and just kind of almost racial. And then this guy had like a really loose sweater, and it looked like there was something in the sweater pocket. And I'm like, bro, I'm about to get out of here. I'm super sorry, Marlon Munoz, but you're sitting in the front. But I'm just to stand by the door. Hopefully Albert can stop this fucking guy. But
hopefully.
Albert's not taking no shots, dude.
he's dipped in too, bro. Yeah, but dude, this guy was just on stage for 3 minutes. I'm like, oh, this is how it happens. Like he was just ranting and with a ski mask on, dude.
Yeah,
that shit's crazy. That is nuts.
I mean, have you ever seen like breakdowns in comedy and stuff like that? It's very interesting to see because it's like this is someone's breaking point, Yeah, and they're like, I just have to share this right now because I can't share.
Have you ever seen someone's breakdown on stage?
I think I've seen like 1 or 2 breakdowns, and it's just sad.
Like, ooh, like
I'm not gonna say who.
No, but like, what happened? Like,
well, there is one guy we know who fucking got his brain broken because we've all seen one. We know one.
It's where like their brain just fucking melts.
We had one whose heart exploded. Just fucking.
Oh goddamn!
No.
Shit's great. Oh man, I want to say something so fucked up, but I don't want to say it.
I still remember you saying.
Should I say it or should I?
Don't say it.
Think about him having homies.
No. Wait, who?
No, I remember
something else.
You're thinking about 2 different people.
Remind me to say something fucked up after the pod.
All right,
because it's gonna be okay.
Well, now that we're talking about fucked up shit, and you kind of mentioned like someone saying kind of racial things before we started recording, I showed these guys a video of the porn star Riley Reid rapping, and on this rap song, she says the N word 9 times. She is the smallest white woman we've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you can't cancel her.
You can't cancel a porn star because what are they gonna do? They're like, hey, I can take your dick out of my mouth. I heard what you said, and I know it comes out of that mouth, and I don't want anything going in it.
Yeah.
I'm putting my foot down on you, not in a sexual way.
No more of this.
None of this. I'm just like, I'm not gonna fuck her anymore. That shit's crazy, dude.
You lost a fan.
You lost a fan. You lost the dick.
I'm taking my cum somewhere else.
Yeah. I can't believe she did get away with straight up. She just straight up got away with that.
That video is really old, as you could tell. Like,
It didn't even take too much digging or anything like that. You just pulled that shit up straight up. What did the comments say?
No, the comment. I mean, it's YouTube comments. They're going to be more racist than anything that's on screen.
They are, and I can't wait till they drop. They pull up on Vince, and so I could just I wish you could just go into the fucking internet and just fight people. like I wish the metaverse was just for
Ready Player One, but it's just YouTube comments.
Oh, you have to fight against YouTube comments.
It's just fucking fighting, bro. Like that's,
what's the Tron, but it's the YouTube comments.
Yeah. I wish we could just fight.
The light cycle.
The light cycle.
So you're going through all the YouTube comments.
Yeah, that's me, but I'm just fucking people up. I'm just straight up like, what'd you say about him?
You're going through the words like beta and like cuck and everything.
I saw this video. I saw this picture recently where they're like, damn, YouTube people really used to dislike any video. And it's like, it showed 32K dislikes on like a video of like a child surviving cancer.
Well, you've seen it too many times. That's what. I'm just kidding. That's funny.
YouTube motherfuckers have no soul, dude.
They don't, dude. That shit. That's what they were coming for Jason Tatum too for that kid. What did you think of that Kobe pick?
I hated it. Yeah. I hate Jason Tatum. I hate any Boston Celtics player. You can't be wearing Boston Celtics green and like praising Kobe.
You can't do it.
Like, what colors did Kobe wear his entire career?
Purple and gold.
Purple and gold, baby.
Right.
Maybe some blue.
Have you seen that annoying ass Spike Lee commercial for Nike that keeps on popping up on Instagram?
Is he playing like chess or something?
Yeah, I keep seeing that shit every fucking day.
I follow Spike Lee on Instagram and I have not seen this video.
Do you know? It's like they like show this. It's basically Spike Lee playing chess with some like younger like girl, right? And he's just being like, I've seen it all, and he starts naming like sports athletes, and then she's like, oh gee, you ain't seen nothing, and she starts saying younger athletes, and they show like Ja Morant, but they don't even show this fucking dude playing basketball. They show his NBA 2K version dunking.
Wait, is it a commercial for 2K then?
No, it's a Nike commercial.
This is a Nike
bro.
commercial. Yeah.
Oh, I just like they like show literally every other athlete in like real life doing some athletic shit, but then they just show 2K Ja Morant.
What the fuck?
They're like, you ain't ever seen nothing like Ja Morant. I'm like, yeah, because he's a fucking video game. If a video game player just hopped on the court, I'd be like, man, this guy really something else. Man. Oh yeah, I'm like, Spike, what are you doing, man?
Have you guys played 2K?
I haven't played it in a while.
It's always so weird to me that like my player is like a huge thing.
What do you mean?
My player is like this mode in NBA 2K where literally you play yourself and you play your NBA career. So like you start off in college, then you like work your way into the NBA, but it's just like people can scan their faces so that the characters look exactly like them in the game.
So like you could scan your face and you'd look like the NBA character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The NBA character would look like you.
I've seen Isaac Hirsch's, and the lowest weight they'll give him is like 140 pounds, 150 pounds.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think he has a bit about that. It's crazy, dude. He's a slim guy. You know what I mean?
Is he a shooter?
He's a shooter, dude.
Bro, one time I played NBA 2K against Isaac, just like online, like we weren't even next to each other. I swear my fucking internet was lagging out, but he still scored like just one player. He like scored like 90 points on me.
Dude, Isaac takes that shit so seriously. I had a talk with him once because Isaac, is super fucking competitive, right?
Yeah,
we played Magic against him. I've never beaten him in Magic.
Isaac is a 6'1", 130-pound man. You know what I mean? He's also one of the hosts of Doom Scroll. You know?
Yeah.
Well, what's that?
It's a crazy shit, but he's an ultra competitive person. And then I was like, Isaac, you're so competitive about this shit that does not matter. How come you're not competitive about like stand-up comedy?
Yeah, things that matter.
Which is very funny.
I was like, what is your question? And he said that he was at a time, but he said it did not help him. And I'm like, I want to see this time. Were you grinding and shit? Like, what was going on, dude?
Yeah, sometimes like all that like grinding and stuff can feel like a black hole where you're like putting a lot of stuff into it and not getting the things that you want out of it.
Sometimes shit pops out when you least expect it, though. Like, he fucking took the day off of work, and then your whole day was fucking changed, right?
Yeah, dude, my whole world was flipped upside down.
Without giving you guys too much information, Vince ran into some cocksucker, right? I'm just kidding.
Don't say that.
Cocksucker that doesn't speak Spanish.
I can't edit the shit. No, you didn't have to know who he was talking about now. But you ran into somebody because you didn't go to work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Vince, quit your fucking job, bro. I don't like when you work there. Your attitude changes so much.
Yeah, I should probably leave soon. Well, let's see what happens after June 30th.
Do you want to be a wedding DJ?
Do you need an assistant?
Yeah, you could assist me, dude.
What would I do as an assistant? Well, what's the day in the life of? I mean, we know that you do this as a job, as a career, but what's like a day in the life? Because like I just know like the highs of being a wedding DJ. What are like the?
There's some high. But dude, what if
there's a lot of setup, right?
So there's a lot of setup time, but I get there early. I want to interview a couple, and then like when they ask me, you be a husband, and I'll role play as me how I want to be a new DJ. So ask me a question. Ask me what my DJ name is.
I'll be the wife.
Okay. Yeah. What's your DJ name?
My DJ name is DJ Bitch Snatcher because I might snatch your bitch.
Honey.
Where did you find this guy again?
Yeah, on Craigslist.
Don't leave your girl with me.
Don't leave your girl with me.
Do you have any?
That'd be so funny if I told.
Do you have any court cases against you? Any litigation?
Nothing open. All closed.
All closed.
All closed cases.
Settled out of court.
We settled out of court.
Have you ever gone into prison?
On some bullshit. It's so funny when somebody
on some bullshit.
Whenever you ask somebody a legitimate question, like, why are you like on some bullshit? That's the best answer to anything, dude.
Yeah, just say it because it gets rid of the question.
That's literally what Trump did when he lost. He's like, I lost, but like on some bullshit. And everybody's just like, well, yeah,
he's right.
He kind of did.
The refs stepped in, dude.
The
refs, yeah.
They gave him a quick count. You know what I mean? It was really wild. What the fuck was I gonna say? I lost my.
There was a story about Hollister that you want to get back to.
Yeah. Thank you. So Hollister's a weird place. So they call the people that work inside. They call them models. That's like their thing.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the corporate logo.
That's what they call us, right? And then I forgot they have like a name for the people in the back, but it's some ugly shit, you know? And
goblins.
What's a goon?
We have the models and we have the goblins.
What's a goon to a goblin? But like, have you guys ever done like a group interview?
The troglodytes.
Oh, I've never done a. That's funny. That word is so funny because I only know that Dylan calls you a troglodyte, and that's the funniest word I've ever heard. I don't know
it. I think it's something in D&D.
It's a D&D thing. Yeah, it's like a character.
You troglodyte. You clown.
I'm really DJing.
Where's that from?
Also Dylan.
Dylan says, yeah, he called Big Julian that, dude.
To call somebody a clown. And like they're not a clown. That's so funny. So you're talking about group interviews, right? You had a group interview.
Have y'all ever done a group interview?
No, I don't think so.
Group interviews are so damn weird, especially
when. Well, one time I got picked up on this bus, like me and two other guys, and like.
Did they kick you out?
They're
so mean, dude.
If you really did get picked up by like the bang bus, like how, like would you feel like excited?
Oh no, I'd be so worried about having to pull my dick out on camera.
Yeah, do you feel like you could get hard on the spot like that, or
I don't know, on the bang bus?
Yeah,
dude, that might be a problem. He's like, oh man, I'm too hard. I'm gonna fucking nut before.
Well, you're too hard.
What's worse, nutting fast or not getting hard?
Not getting hard.
I think not getting hard because that's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, because at least you have a good time. You know what I mean? Like at the like we can make fun of this guy.
Yeah, like that. For those 5 minutes after you post nut, you're like, I don't give a shit what happened on this bus.
Fucking drop me off right here. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
keep my clothes.
For sure.
I don't give a fuck. I'll get new clothes. Give me my wallet.
I sucked on titties for like 5 minutes.
You caught that shit on camera? Yeah. Can't say I didn't do it.
Use that as a credit, dude. I've actually been on the bang bus.
That would be kind of funny to just have someone say that you've been on the bang bus. I've seen your next comic on the bang bus. And then everybody in the audience would kind of be like, man, did I see this guy? And they'd be like, which one? They'd go up to you regardless of your set, of your content. They'd be like, what episode were you in? You know? I think that'd be kind of cool.
I was on the Miami one.
Yeah. They're like, oh man, I don't get that one. I just get the clips of it. Sometimes I'll just go on that website and just see the clips. I can just 30 seconds.
You go to the actual porn website.
Yeah.
Well, you go to Bang Bus website?
Yeah,
you don't go to the
it's
hub?
just Bang Bros, and then you like pick like different categories, and then it curates.
See, I never
page.
go to the actual porn websites because because you see the channels on Pornhub, and then they have their actual websites or whatever. Just because I feel like the websites will only have like 30-second ads or whatever.
What I like to do is not ethically pay for porn. I will never do that shit.
I don't want to support them.
I'll never support you.
What's it called? There's probably like a bunch of cookies on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what are these cookies?
I do. Yeah.
What are these cookies?
Cookies, they're like they send you to like different things, like they sell your information. So like at like let's say like you have cookies and stuff like that, it'll say like, oh, Daniel every morning at 7 a.m. he's masturbating, that's why he has like Bang Bros and stuff like that. And then you'll get ads like local singles in your area, and because you don't filter those cookies out, you'll get those targeted ads.
Yeah. So if you go on OnlyFans, you get that thing apparently.
Well, maybe not. It just depends on what your browser preferences are. But you can still get a lot.
About the cookies, and
Vince told me this crazy shit. He told me like once that he got OnlyFans, right? He just because he wanted to subscribe just to see it, and he saw the content and he fucking hated it. He was like, "This shit was terrible." So he called his bank and he said that his card had been stolen.
That was you.
He filed for fraud and he got the money back. He's like, anything to keep the money out of these bitches' hands. I was like, Vince, you were literally a hero.
For you to call the bank
and be like, Kevin Samuels is smiling from heaven right now.
You should make that a bit. I think that'd be a really funny bit for you to do.
Go to jail for committing fraud.
We just said it on fucking camera.
No.
You're gonna upload it.
It's called satire, folks. It's called. Yeah.
When you like jerking and stuff like that, can you only
what's funnier, jerking off or jacking off?
Whacking your willy.
Remember that picture? It was like Willy Wonka. It said walking your willy. And I said that shit to everybody. I'm like, who's up at 2 a.m. walking your willy?
when you're doing the deed, like, do you like
doing the deed?
Have you not heard any of these things?
10 seconds, it's like choking the chicken, doing the deed.
It's just alliteration. It's just
alliteration.
It's like bonking the boner or whatever you know. What when you're doing it, rubbing one out.
Yeah.
Sounds okay.
Yeah.
When you're doing it, do you have to see a video, or is your imagination like pretty good enough where like you can just, I guess, create new content, or can you think
it would have to be like remembering someone that I saw like at one time.
Yeah.
Or maybe just like remembering other like stuff I've done with people.
Yeah. You know how like in Inside Out they have core memories. You're going back to like core memories of you seeing like a hot person, and like it goes in your brain.
Honestly, sometimes you see that one person one time and
then that's it.
Yeah.
And then you go up to them and you're like, "Hi, hey," and then they say, "How are you?" And then you fucking make them your wife, right?
It's like building an NBA 2K character. You have to like piece it together in the perfect way so you could do it.
With that, what would your 2K player be for the perfect person that you're thinking of?
Are you guys more like boobs or ass people? I know, Daniel, you're more ass.
Yeah, I think everybody is. I think right now the world is currently cakes.
You know, I think so too. I still might prefer tits.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like anybody can get tits, man. Even a guy could buy tits, but the other one.
No, but those like, I don't like fake tits.
Really?
No.
I think it's all equal, dude.
I don't think so.
Ass is cool because you got to work for that shit for the most part.
Yeah.
To make
no,
that
I
shit
think that. Oh no, I guess they're both kind of like natural things. It's sort of, some people just have ass, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people do.
Some people just got cakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But biddies are cool.
Yeah, they're cool. I mean, all of them are cool.
Yeah, it's all pretty good. I think it's all dope. I think people should show more.
If you can get to any of them, you succeeded. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You're blessed.
Yeah. Well, there was something I was gonna. Yeah, well, I'm trying to think of something. That to say about this. I think ass is superior though. Wait, give me your reasoning though. I want to know this. I want to know.
It's more of a personal reference thing.
Why?
Like I like grabbing ass, but I think I'd rather suck on titties than grab ass.
You can't slap titties though, because it's just weird. You could slap ass.
But even then, it's like, does like slapping it even do that much for you? I know it does a lot for them. They like the sensation, but does it do a lot for you?
I think it all does for everybody. I think
it just depends on the moment, really. That's how I'm feeling. It's like when you're eating food.
Like, Vince, would you rather grab ass or like suck on titties?
Oh,
I love doing both of those things.
Wait. One of these is with your mouth, and that's a big old sensation that's completely different from hands. The mouth is one that's like kissing. So would you rather grab ass or grab titties? I think that's a better fair question.
I'd rather grab titties.
Really?
I think so.
I'd rather grab ass.
I'd rather grab ass.
Yeah,
that's look.
It'd be funny if like my boss finds us and just like pulls up this clip, and they're like, "This is why you're fired."
Yeah. Imagine they don't cancel us for anything else, but they're like, "You start talking about titties and ass."
All about consent, though. That's the thing, man. Consent,
obviously.
That's the number one thing.
Consent is one of the sexiest things.
That's the coolest part of like messing around with someone is like. Oh, like
they wanted
that to happen. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I always try to explain to Vince.
It's like bop it, where it's like twist it, pull it. That's what sex is. It's just like following directions.
Fucking that shit.
And then when you do it wrong, it's like then you pass it to your friend.
You're a dirty dog, dude.
You joke around about that a lot, Vince.
It's pretty funny, yeah.
It is. That's weird though, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
he doesn't mean it. So.
I don't mean it.
No, not you. I mean the other person. Like, that's weird.
Oh, like if your friend has sex with like a person that you've had sex with?
Yeah, no, the person the other person, the person that was in the middle of that.
That would be weird.
That's really strange.
That'd be very weird.
and then it's the Looney Tunes like spiral, and then it's like that's it.
That's strange for the other person. I think that's
it's like very like insane. It's really funny because
Imagine unfollowing both people but still following their podcast.
That's so funny.
It's like, well, I just love.
Well, it's like
actually, I once went on a date with a chick who didn't let me follow her. Like her profile was private. Wow. She followed this podcast.
Really?
Still follows this podcast. Still a loyal supporter.
It's like when
you didn't like me, but you like my podcast.
I like the content. I think I like that even more, actually.
It's like how Hulu has The Simpsons and all these other things, but you can just go to Disney Plus and it'll have all those things instead. That's like what we are.
That's what it is. We're a one-stop shop.
Yeah, that is true.
Talk to you all about group interviews, though.
What are group interviews
like? I completely forgot about that. That was a huge tangent.
I love tangents, though. I love telling a story and then just fucking tangents, and you just forget about the story. That's like, this is just a MacGuffin.
It's called being a politician.
Yeah, dude. Imagine being a politician.
Yeah.
You think you'd be a good one or a bad one?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think I'd be okay at it.
I'd want to be the kind of politician whose ideas are so good, but they'll never happen, so I get assassinated.
I feel like no one's really good at their job.
Yeah.
But then like when someone's really bad at their job, you know.
It's like when someone's...
Yeah, like no bad... I guess a bad politician in the sense that like they couldn't do a job more... Not like they're evil. Like no bad politician's ever been assassinated, you know? Like they're always like pretty cool people that were like kind of doing cool shit.
Yeah. JFK was doing cool shit. He was Irish too, dude. Man, fucking had
was he Irish? I thought he was just Catholic.
He was Irish Catholic.
Oh, Irish Catholic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's fucking Irish and shit, you know?
Yeah.
But group interviews are pretty wild, Vince, I'll be honest.
What was yours like? What were they asking you?
You pull up like
This is at Hollister.
This is at Hollister, right? So you're in the middle of the mall, right?
So they just spray you with cologne immediately.
Dude, it smells like it's so harsh in there, and like you just get like a headache, and you hear like the same couple of songs like over and over and over again. It's really fucking crazy, and then like you expect hot girls to shop there. That's what I thought when I was 16. Instead, it was just like old Filipino men.
Oh,
that's it. That's all that would shop at Hollister, bro. Vince, it really was, bro. They're like, fuck you, man. This shit was crazy, dude. Like this was like.
So you get tricked that bad as a kid?
I was
like, what's happening?
I was bamboozled, led astray, run amok, hoodwinked, dude. You know what I mean? That shit was horrible. I was so angry at the world. You know, it was like that. And then Mexicans always fucking wear tight Aeropostale shirts. I don't know what's up with that, bro. I don't know what's going on.
They really do.
They really do. They like shit. Like I don't know what is going on. But it's like a group.
Well, it's because it's like American wear, and I feel like that's what you want because you associate one thing with another. It's like Tommy Hilfiger also because that's like a very American brand.
Yeah, but like Hilfiger is way cooler than Aeropostale.
Yeah.
And they say that shit like with a Spanish accent too, like Aeropostale. But they have an interview with you, and you're in the middle of the mall. People are walking around, like looking at you having the interview, and they ask you.
They do it in the middle of the mall.
Yeah, they ask you.
Oh, not even in the Hollister store.
Yeah, they ask you stupid ass questions that like have nothing to do with the job. They ask you shit like, "What does diversity mean to you?" And I'm like,
that's a weird question to ask.
Yeah, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "What does it mean to you?" And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
What did it mean to you that got you the job?
What I literally said something stupid like hearing different points of view. Sometimes I turn into Vince for a second. I was like, Vince, what do I say to some shit like this? It was like SpongeBob and Patrick, and you know, you're feeding me the answers. I was like, diversity. I'm like, what is that? You know, I was a diversity hire probably. You know, but they hire like Mexicans that look like fucking
white people.
Yeah, I guess. You know, if you want to say that. Yeah, you know. The shit was crazy. They ask you stupid questions like that, and I'm like, what does that have to do with folding clothes?
Yeah,
you know, that's why I was bad at folding clothes.
Oh,
because they never tell me.
Are you not good at folding clothes?
No, I'm really good at folding clothes. They taught me that shit at Tilly's. I can fold a shirt and then throw it across the room. That shit will still be folded. That's how fucking good I am at folding clothes. Let me fold I could fold a shirt on the pod, bro.
Fold the fuck out these shirts.
Oh, you wouldn't even believe it. You wouldn't believe how good I am. Are you good at folding clothes?
Not at all.
Bro, I like get fucking high on folding clothes sometimes.
Get high on folding clothes.
This shit like feels so good when like you have all this shit like laid out and it's all stacked up and it looks nice. Sometimes I want to fuck it up just to do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Folding clothes can be fun. It's like very valid because there's different folds that you can do.
There is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Should we take a break or should we end the pod today right now?
I think we can end now.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Do you have any closing thoughts? You have like 30 seconds probably.
Titties over ass.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Well, ask the people. The people comment what you think, man.
You guys, gun to your head. Titties or ass.
All right, I like
ass to your head.
Titties to your head.
What you doing? All right. Well, this has been Sleepover Pod. I've been Daniel Cabral.
I'm Vince Caldera.
I'm Luis Lemus.
See you guys next time.